Hello, I'm David and I'm the product manager of the SMEMA Hermes Adaptor. Today I'm going to show you how to create some dummy data in the scenario when you want to connect the adapter to a Hermes enabled device. So this is the diagram that we're going to create today. So you've got a existing production line of SMEMA enabled equipment, and you might have a printer, or pick and place, or a bigger, larger device that is Hermes compatible. And so you want to plug the adapter in and essentially start communicating with the printer or the pick and place machine via the Hermes standard. At that point, you might not be interested in the actual data. You just want to essentially recreate what you've already got with the SMEMA connections. That is just movement of board down the line. So this diagram shows what we're going to create. We've got the existing line, SMEMA signals coming down it, and then it gets to the conveyor before the pick and place or before the printer, and then that signal then gets converted to the Hermes adapter. In normal scenarios, that would be a board starve event, i.e. there is no Hermes data associated with the board that's on the conveyor. The conveyor is saying there's a board. The adapter is saying there's no Hermes data associated with it. In production environments, you would either load in the data beforehand or use a barcode scanner to go and look up the data, or maybe upload to the adapter a set of records to the scans station queue, which will then be used every time there's a board on the conveyor but no Hermes data associated with it. In this scenario, I'm going to show you how to get the adapter to just create the dummy data for you using default values. It's quite a simple setting. So if you go to the configuration area using the cog, if you select the lane you want to change, if you go to downstream tab, and then if you go down to board starvation, we can see the normal situation is an operator manual entry, which would be time consuming if you just want to run some boards through the production line. Scan station queue, so this is anything that's been scanned, looked up to a high level system, and then the data's been retrieved. Or we can populate some new data based upon the scan station defaults. So this is the option we need to enable at the bottom here. Once we've enabled that, save that to switch it on, and to alter the default values, it's the default values of the scan station you see on the right hand column down here. So a GUID would be some automatic values. A GUID is a automatic value, so it'll be creating a new GUID for the board ID each time. But you can fill in all this information as you see fit. So we can say barcode numbers. We can say work orders, weights, things like that. The board measurements that is associated with the equipment is actually set in the equipment measurement values. So if we say width, it uses equipment measurement values. We click on that and we can say, okay, the next board is 50, and we can save it in there. So let's then see this in operation. If we go to the operator area, we can see at the moment SMEMA is detecting that there's no board. There is a connection to the downline machine because it is saying waiting for board. Downline machine is waiting for the board. So if we just toggle the SMEMA IO, we can see instantly a new board has been generated. And it's all the dummy data we've created before. We can see the width was 50. And as you see, that's been populated, and that will now go downstream. So So now downstream machine will say, okay, it's now transporting, SMEMA IO will go off, and the board transport is finished, and the Hermes transport is finished now. So that's a simple way of running boards down the line in the same manner you would have with SMEMA, but creating dummy data just for your own evaluation and test situations. And that should give you your first kind of evaluation point using the adapter. And then if you want to trial out the downline equipment's functionality, for example, changing of board whips, automatic changeover, you would simply have to go into the settings area once again and change the scan station defaults. You would change the width, and then in theory your downline equipment will then see that change in the width value and then prompt you for an automatic changeover. Or it might have other functionality such as product ID, might prompt you for a program changeover. So I hope that helps getting your first cycles of boards through your existing production line. It's a helpful little feature, and I wanted to show you that today. I hope that helps. Cheers.